Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Collective Corner, episode number 2. I'm here today with my co-host, Mr. Nathan the Great.
You already know, Big Nate the Great. Holla at your boy. What it do? What it been? How you guys doing? Leave us a comment. You already know.
And Nate, who do we have today?
We got my boys right here. My boy A.
What up, man? What's going on, man?
And then we got my boy Jay. You already know.
A and J.
A and J, you know, they be chilling. They my barber. Well, A's the mastermind between how good I look.
Something like that. I try, man.
He always does have the nice cut, so I always wanted to know the man behind the work done. So now I get to see it. So
The Bippy made me look like Drake and Drizzy.
might be noticing we're at a different little setup today. We're actually at Kingdom Cups Barbershop over in Auburn, Massachusetts. This is actually A&J's shop. Really, really cool. Thanks for having us, guys. This is a really cool spot you got here, especially with all the art. Yes, awesome little vibe you guys got going on. So we're excited to be here and talk some business today for sure. So just introduce yourself to begin with. I know you guys' names, but like let's talk about like what you guys do, like not only when it comes to just being barbers, but like everything.
Okay. First of all, First of all, I'm Adam. My name's A. They call me A the Barber. I've been cutting for 20 years now. You know what I mean? I owned 2 barbershops before. The last place I was at was 10 years. Then we came over here and we wanted to open up a business in a town. Something that was different from the city. You know what I'm saying? Something to get away from the politics of the city. The inner city, sometimes it could be rough for barbers coming up. And like the stuff I've seen over the years, 20 years and dealing with certain types of individuals, and it's difficult. So we wanted to create something in an atmosphere where people could get the hip hop culture, understand like art and different types of ways to live life. You know what I mean? It's just not like about being street or in the hood all the time, or you know what I mean? So we were just trying to have a different avenue for that.
Yeah, a lot more for the culture.
I mean?
Hell yeah. That's the first thing I noticed when I walked in was all the art. It stuck out right away, and I love it. Like, it's a great vibe that you have.
Something different.
Hell yeah. What about you, Jay? How about you?
Well, just like Adam said, we started in Worcester, and just like Adam said, we want to just change something for the culture, not just with barbering, but with art and like people, individual, kind of make a platform behind it where everyone could kind of work off of as a team and kind of like build an empire behind it. So this dude has a lot of crazy talent with the art, as you can see all around us, and we really needed like a spot to kind of like branch out and like show the art, show like what we working with. You know what I'm saying? Like something different.
Just a barbershop, right?
Yeah. Like we cut hair. Everyone could cut hair, but doing what we're doing, we're trying to like make an atmosphere where people could come in, feel welcome, family environment, but also like show what you can do. You know what I'm saying? Individually.
Hell yeah. I like how you said that, build an empire, because that's what it's about. Like that's what we're trying to do over at Lights Out. We're trying to build an empire, and everybody can be a part of that. It's about a team effort, team environment.
Yeah.
Looks like you guys got it down
really
over here.
You gotta really want it, and it usually comes from a struggle. You know what I mean? Some kind of loss.
Always does.
You know what I mean? Everybody loses something in life, but that's the drive. You know what I mean? Without that, like you have to struggle to really live, you know what I mean? If you don't and everything's given to you easily, it's not, you know what I mean? You sip martinis on the beach every single day for 5 years. That's not vacation, you know what I'm saying? And people lose their mind like that. You got dudes in Wall Street making millions of dollars, and then one day it goes wrong and they jumping off of the, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It's like,
For real.
Absolutely.
you can't live like that. So it's like you got to find something, a passion, something that's deep. And I think a lot of us have taken some losses in life, and we dig deep and turn them around, because otherwise, it's in the ground. You know what I'm saying? There's nowhere else to go. We got responsibilities. We're grown men now.
Definitely.
And even these young boys out here, they're like 17, 18, 19, trying to take care of their mom, struggling, going through stuff. So it's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just got to have
Putting
a
people
passion.
in position
So,
to like really do that, take care of your moms
Facts.
and grow yourself as an individual. You know
Absolutely.
what I'm saying? You don't have to go work a 9 to 5 to make good money in anything in life. You know what I'm saying? You can go on the street and sell a painting where you're worth $5,000, and in 6 months it falls into the right hands. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, man.
Yeah, so it's with the things you do, you have to put value into it, you know what I mean? And And by doing that, it comes with heart and passion. You know what I'm saying? So if you put heart and passion into this, it's going to be valuable over time. And people can't take that from you.
Yeah.
You see people that try to follow trends all the time and waves and shit, right? It's like surfing. You know what I'm saying? You got to catch it with the flow. But at the same time, you're going to look back when that trend of fashion's gone, and you're going to look at your work and say, damn, it's not what I thought it was. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
It's like from the heart, you never can go wrong. So I follow people that go from the heart.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't fuck with none of the like, you know, like I want to be like this guy, and this, you can have role models and stuff. That's great, and there's not many right now. You know what I'm saying? But like, I think a lot of people are just lost right now when it comes to individualness. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And being a whole person and shit. The
No
world's
one wants to
kinda
be an
fucked up right
individual,
now.
you know? People
Yeah.
want to fall.
Yeah.
And no, getting back to, you were saying
So-
everyone riding the trends. What do you think about
Yeah.
this new stupid trend, I think, of the NPC? You know, people like Kai Ken and some other bigger stars going and just doing it. If people don't know, people just who are famous go and be NPCs on like TikTok or they're live and they just say stupid stuff. But it's like something that's growing right now.
I think it's just part of the agenda with the things that's going on with, you know, society and our government. That, you know, they selling
Generation.
sex to fucking kids on TikTok.
Generation,
You
for
know,
sure.
they sell us garbage on this shit on TikTok and on fucking Facebook. And then when they, you know, they're selling you, oh, get a shot, COVID. You know what I'm saying? Get a vaccine. And they got the little cartoon with the kids holding the mother's hand. But then I say, yo, don't get a vaccine because, you know, you have a choice. You don't have to put that shit in your body because in 10 years, your immune system might be breaking down. And now you can't fight off a fucking
yeah.
simple cold to survive. And you're going to die. And your kid, you know what I mean? These
The
things is going
Kyrie.
to happen. They're not, these are bioengineered fucking things they're putting into your body.
Right.
Like that, we weren't born like that. You know what I mean? We get smart, man, in science and shit. But to a certain point, like, this shit is ridiculous.
They blacklisted Kyrie a whole year for that shit. in
Right.
the
So when
NBA.
you speak out on
Yeah.
these public things, it's like they say freedom of speech, but it's their domains, and it's like they control the narrative. But these narratives are illusions. We live in these things every day, so it's like you're living in a false fucking reality. And when you try to speak against it, you feel, oh, you shouldn't say that. Oh, this is that. And the whole world is becoming
It's that government,
now. So it's
man.
like,
the government switched it up on us,
Yeah.
man. They switched the
And
game up
media.
on
yo,
us.
peace to
That media
everybody
narrative.
living their life doing their own thing, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time,
propaganda.
over here, we just try to teach individualness, like to each kid, like do what the fuck you want to do with
Yeah.
your life. You're passionate about it.
Follow
you
that
know what I
heart,
mean?
man. That's what it's
Yeah,
important.
you like fucking farming, whatever, you know what I mean? As long as you ain't out there doing
Find your
crazy shit. But
passion, do what
these
you
kids
like.
are smart now. They're different. They're not
I
like
know.
us.
I
We
was
was
talking
out
to
there
my young
doing
one.
crazy shit. So
Like you
you know.
said, people that drinking martinis on the beach every day, they're not going to be satisfied.
Right,
Because they
right.
never did something that made them
you
feel
can't fuck all day and
complete
have
driven
all,
and
yeah, I
shit.
feel like do
You
all
gotta
that
feel like
crazy
you
shit
deserve
and then
it in
turn
a
around
sense,
and
right.
think it's gonna be
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, yo, you have to take a break. You have to have discipline. That's why your mother told you, you know what I mean, work now, play later.
Yeah.
And you don't do it after a while.
Heard
'cause
that quite a
nobody's
few
there to
times.
tell you this shit.
Yeah.
You got your fucking weed, you got your liquor, you out with your girls, and yo, it don't go right. You have to have discipline, man. You get caught up, and young men get caught up in that now too. A lot of them is like chasing the female thing, and it's, you know, that's peace to that too. But it's like at a certain point of it, that's like you
can see
get
that.
dragged down in it. It's a cycle, man.
That's kind of why we made this platform. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right,
So
right.
people can really go another route of doing it. And some people are almost like scared to express themselves on what they're doing. You know what I mean? So when we can tell them like, yo, look what we're doing. Like, come over here.
Hell yeah.
Put your stuff up. Express what you got
It's
going
another
on. and
avenue.
You'll see what comes of it.
Fuck yeah.
You know what I
love
mean?
that.
That's really.
No, and bringing it back to we're talking about this before we started rolling about men's mental health and how that's a big thing. You know, you got these young kings
Lights Out
trying to
all
come
about.
out. You know, Lights Out, Kingdom Cuts. We're trying to make these good environments for these young kings trying to come out and
100%.
show them there's other ways to get your money. Come out, be a real man at the end of it. You know, supply your wealth to bring it all home.
Yeah.
Right. That's what we got to do. Mental health is very important.
Hell
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
You could work harder. You could work smart. You know what I mean?
A lot of it
That's
is-
the motto of life.
A lot of it is we don't get to that point because of the closed-mindedness of each
Yeah.
we're greedy and motherfuckers got egos. But a lot, like in here, we don't have egos. We coming to work.
Nah,
I'm trying to have
everybody's
peace.
welcome. When you come to the barber shop, you welcome to do
Yeah.
whatever you want. All of our clients kind of make us happy by them being so individual to us. You know,
Yeah.
like everyone's slightly different, and it's like, all right, it keeps the vibe in here great.
You give
know what
off
I mean?
good energy and it comes back though. So like
Exactly.
over
Goes
time,
in a
just us
360.
being the way we are over a few years period from where we was at, this shit changed.
Yeah.
It's different. Now we got
Haven't
all
even
the
been
people
open a
we
full
need.
year.
It's like magnetic energy. The people come
Yeah.
around. Now, like dealing with Nate, you know what I'm saying? Like, this, come on, baby.
Yeah,
this
Nate's
is what we
seen it.
do, you know what I'm
Nate's seen
saying?
it,
And
bro.
like,
Yeah.
I've been here
This
since
is-
day one with my guys. You
this
know,
is- this
seeing
is-
how they come. You see, look around. You see behind me. There's beautiful artwork. My boy A putting up the mural, putting up the TV. You already know, putting good vibes out in the air. That's why we got them on. You got to show love at Kingdom Cuts. You already know.
Destiny, man. It's
With
destiny,
lights out.
man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
So-
Nate's definitely stayed loyal to us.
Yeah, I was gonna say
a
Nate
minute.
mentioned you guys a lot. So
A
like,
minute.
From Main Street all the way to Auburn.
I've been peeling out
already know.
cheddar.
Yeah.
That's
talk
crazy.
about the mentorship real quick, Nate, on like
So for
just
most-
being here for years. Because I mean, like you just said, day one. So
Yeah, day one. So
That's
you
your
know,
life, man.
I've known these guys since they're one of A's other gigs, and Jay's first gig is I forget it, Santana. That's right.
Yeah.
But you know,
Shout out,
I was a young buck CNA, so even till now, I still look at him as a mentor because he's always someone I could talk to. Even you know
Appreciate
how it
that,
is. You
man.
go to a barbershop, you know,
Appreciate that, man.
you know, and then he spits
Got
his
that
game. You
relationship with
know,
your barber.
I tell him things, you know, he tells me things, you know, we talk it up, you know, he's talked about his kid and his past relationships and my past relationships, so, you know.
Yeah, a big thing is you know, being open with people, man. Like, a lot of people are scared to be vulnerable, and I don't mean like that, but I'm saying like you got to open up and kind of let people know how you feeling. Otherwise, why is somebody else gonna open up and let you know? A lot of people are going through some shit. They already
There's
looking
gonna
at
be a
you
wall
crazy.
in between
Yeah,
you.
so that's the thing. Like a lot of my people that come back and you show me love, and it's like you putting money in my pocket, paying my bills and shit over the fucking years. It's like I hold it down. You my people. You with me no matter what. So yeah, man.
we always stress that over at Lights Out too, because you never know. Like you said, you guys were doing this for a minute, like 20 years for you.
Yeah, 20 years,
A
long time.
long
Doing it
time,
longer than
man.
I've been
And
alive.
I guarantee there was a
Long
lot
time,
of times where you were hitting that struggle, and
Oh,
inside you were
Still.
dig deep, like
Still.
you only believed in yourself, right?
Yeah.
That's
still,
the Lights Out lifestyle,
Still,
man.
it's a struggle
That's what you
right
gotta
now.
do.
You know what I mean? Like
Hell
I
yeah.
make money, I'm good every day, but life is tough.
Yeah.
Things come at you.
Every
you know
day's
what
a
I'm saying?
battle. Every day.
You got to deal with as you get older. A
bob and weave.
lot of people.
Bob and weave to
Bob
where
and
we
weave,
get.
yeah.
You heard
You
you
know?
deal with a lot of
Battle.
death. You deal with a lot of loss, and it's how you get back
your
up
life.
from that. You know what I mean?
100%,
Because if you fall, like you ain't gonna stay down. That's crazy, but people
that
start
energy and
thinking
run
like
with
that.
it.
I'm
It's
just
That
gonna lay
Rocky
here, like, you gotta
mentality.
get
How many
up.
times you gonna get up?
Yeah, like you gotta get up, like, and especially like you only a quarter or not even halfway through your life yet. Like, you know what I mean? These
And,
people,
and then these kids want to give up, and they
Yeah.
want to. I don't know. They just don't want to do more things with their life. They think they can. They're kind of invincible. I feel. You see the
Yeah.
kids like in the bicycles, riding in the
Right,
lanes
right,
and stuff. You know.
we've done that stuff too. It's just, you know, it's part of life, I think. But you gotta
tell
be
these
careful,
young
man.
dudes.
It's-
You could tell these young dudes what to do, and they could take it and run with it, or you could just be like, "Hey, look what I did," and show them what they did. Like, for instance, like me and Adam, like just like you said, Adam with the mentoring, like. He came with me to do this over here, and we worked together like off the rip. You know what I mean? And he mentored
Came
me.
out the mud.
Yeah, I mean, he mentored me when we came over here because I had no clue what I was doing. You know what I mean? So it was good to like have
right. We
another
was lost.
someone, and he said, just like he said, he had 2 shops. You know what I mean? Now this is like shop 3. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. But still, even going through it, you know, this time, you know, I was still a little lost too because it's new every time, and you can't look at it with your old mind state.
Exactly.
Right? So, like, I'm never going to be like, I know everything.
Yeah.
I've been through the mud with this barber, and, like, y'all know me out in the city. You know what I'm saying? I've been through this shit. But, like, I know that my ways start to get old and things fade. Like, I am who I am. I'm great. But I have to keep my mind sharp. So I keep the young blood around me, people that were beasts. And I seen that with you. You know what I mean? I seen that with a couple of these dudes. And he's doing the same thing now, too. He's grabbing dudes up like, yo, this dude's a beast, boom, boom, boom. He's lining them up, getting them ready, sending them to other shops. And, like, that's what it is, really. Like, you know what I mean? Looking out for the younger generation.
Oh yeah, inspiring.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's inspiration is
definitely
key,
what we're trying to do.
you know,
Biggest
to the
thing.
growth into what we all want to become, and it's like ascension. You're finally there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when do you get there? When is it? And for me, it's like it's not even the money really, and it's the success for myself.
Yep.
That I'm satisfied with what I'm doing from my heart, and it's paying me what I'm worth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's the thing, man. You know what I mean? A lot of people
That was
don't
the
get
goal
paid for what
coming
they're
over
worth
here.
either.
That was like the vision on
Yeah.
everything, like, because like you can be in a barber shop but like why not be in a barbershop and express the art, do both things, you know what I mean, and do both things at once. You're cutting hair, which is one form of art, and then you look around and everyone's like, yo, who does these paintings in here, you know, and then it's like, yo, Adam does this, like, oh, I did this over here, and they're like, yo, for real, like, what are you guys doing? Like every 2 months or every 30 days I come in, it's something different. I'm like, yeah, man, we building.
Love that shit.
You know what I mean? But little by little.
That's the good thing, though. Growth is never a bad thing. You got to look at it as like, you're never going to be the same person you were 5 years, 10 years, 20. You're going to be different. You want to change, you want to grow different, but it's how you grow and who's in your life to help you grow.
And you can never grow enough, too. Like, every day until the moment that you die, you're growing. Like,
Right.
That's why having, like, a mentor like I see in A, or I think young kings should look for someone that's older than them that could put them on a good path and help them. And, you know, when like you said, being vulnerable, you got to be able to talk to someone about your feelings. I know a lot of men, you know, you're told, oh, no feelings, you know, you got to man up, do this, that, and that. But sometimes you gotta be true to yourself and talk, you know, your real feelings.
And honestly, that's a stigma that people are trying to leave in the past, because, like, I'm sure growing up for you, it was like, oh, like, get up, like, who cares? Like, no,
we didn't
now,
talk about it.
Exactly.
Like,
now it's like, let's bring that shit to light. Let's talk about that and stuff like that.
Yeah, man.
All right, we're back at it. We got a new guest. Introduce yourself. Put in the mic real quick. Let's go.
My man off, man.
Just to fill in real quick.
Yeah, you gotta talk a little close to it.
You good?
Yep.
My name's Big Frizzo.
Big Frizzo, welcome to the pod. Welcome to the Lightsoutco pod, Big Frizzo.
Yeah, man. Glad to be here. Thanks for inviting me.
Of course, my brother.
I don't know what to expect yet, but I'm gonna go ahead and ease in, and I'm gonna follow you guys.
Chris is gonna bring us into this topic, and we'll get it going.
Listen, we talk about our brand is all about mental health, putting, you know, following your vision. We were just talking about our passions, you know, bringing those to the forefront, stuff like that. So I want to hear about what are you passionate about? What's some stuff that you talk about?
In this day and age, what I've been through at this point, I'm passionate about being a great father. Man.
I love that. I
mean, I'm passionate about that. I try to be there for, you know, every single one of my kids, every single one of my grandkids, you know, even some little kids in my family, in my neighborhood. I'm just trying to be a great dude because it hasn't always been that positive. So
trying to be a positive figure for those.
Yeah.
You might have not always had that, so you're trying to show what they could have and be that positive voice, positive reason for someone.
From what I learned being a little older, you know, I'm 56, and you know, I've been through some stuff, and I had to like experience some things to, you know, find out how to be a man and a great dad and a good companion and a good person altogether. You know, I wouldn't always say that experience is the best way to learn something, but, you know, unfortunately, that's what I did. Sometimes it was upsetting, sometimes it was good, sometimes it was really bad, but I'm still here, and I have a positive message, I have a positive energy.
I love that.
I'm glad I'm working around the young men that I'm working around. They made me feel comfortable while I'm here and while I'm live. I want to say to both of y'all, man, thank you for accepting me into this environment.
Much love.
You know, I really
spread love
needed
around
that.
here.
You know what I mean? Like a lot of people don't know what I've been through in the last 10 years, man. You know what I mean? Like it's just been really one tragedy after another. So
being around these guys, bringing the good energy,
helping
out.
It's good to have some sort of like just some crew to belong to, some family, some stuff.
Some brothers that you know got your back. You're gonna see them.
You
They're
know,
gonna
I can
pick
be
you up.
myself. I don't have to come in here and
A collective, man. A collective. That's what it is.
That's what I found with my crew. Me, Chris, Matt, Ian, Ant, everybody. Even Sobe down in North Carolina, South
We
Carolina.
got a crew. Yeah.
No, we gotta have your boys in your corner.
You have a team. You're stronger as a team. I mean, I remember one of my basketball coach always said, like, you got 5 fingers each a player.
Right.
Brings together a fist, punch the shit out of someone in front of you, bro.
That's it right there. So, yeah, it's just, it really is, man. Like, you know, I haven't even really gotten into depth where, like, how appreciative I am of this opportunity, even though I've been, like, in this business a long time, but it's hard to find good people.
Yeah.
It's hard to find people that you can be yourself around. It's hard to find people that feel like they can be themselves around you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because it's not always a one-way street. It's a two-way street. From day one, this dude right here, he's been like my nephew, my little brother, my son, my just everything. He's been my best friend.
He's kind of your mentor.
Yeah. So it's
bringing
like
it full circle to what we're talking about.
And you don't know what effect you have on people until you actually see it. Like he remembered some of the stuff that I even forgot. So he actually wakes me up again.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like
gives you some life, brings it back in.
It's
there,
like, wow, I had this effect. He's having this effect. And boom. So it actually makes me feel good about, well, listen, man, you didn't give this young man no bad. We
good energy.
Information.
Good energy gets good energy.
So
everyone's thriving.
Yeah. I wasn't here for the mental health, but I haven't really experienced it a lot, but a couple of my sons have, and with mental health, I try not to assume or judge, because mental health is a real thing.
Right.
I remember when my son first came to me and telling me he was, feeling upset and having these thoughts, and he's been through some real tragedy and stuff like that. And I thought it was something that you could just how mind over
snap
matter.
Out of it,
mind over matter, whatever, man. F that. You can't. You know what I'm saying? Right, But it's not like that. The only people that can do that is people that don't have a mental illness. They're not going through depression. They're not going through. That's just like me trying to understand with somebody that can't hear.
Yeah.
You understand? I don't know what that feels like. So I cannot judge them. I cannot speak on what they're going through. I cannot. I can hear.
Right.
They can't, so I can't even speak on that. So, but what I will say is that I'm sympathetic. I understand. By it hitting so close to home, it made me want to learn more.
Right.
I'm real understanding. By the grace of God, both of my sons, they're doing well.
Good.
Nobody's really going off the Richter. It was some times where I was a little worried. My son was posting some real depression shit. Man.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I as a dad, man, I'm saying.
It's scary, hell yeah. That's your son. That's your son right there.
Yeah. So I'm like, wait a minute, man.
You're like, what's going on?
I just jetted right to him. I didn't call him because I knew he probably would have lied to me and said he was okay.
Right.
So I just showed up.
See, but that's how much you know your son. You're like, I know you're just gonna bull jive me. I'm just gonna come to your face.
I'm gonna go right to the doorstep because he can't lie to my face. One thing about my boys, they have all these levels of things we went through, but they can't lie to me. And I love that because they said that's a sign of respect.
Yeah, it's a strong relationship.
No matter what, my sons, they can be mad at me. They've been upset with me. They've been disappointed. And then they watch me come from here all the way back here, and I earned their respect. And it's like when they look at me the way they look at me, and when they call on me like a son or a daughter should call on their parent in time of need, I'm there. I'm there. I'm there. I'm there. You know what I mean?
That's all you can do as a father, man.
So it's like it makes me, being a father, man, it makes you understand a whole lot of stuff that probably before you wouldn't have.
Right.
I was in my own little bubble for a long
before
time.
You had a kid and all that.
Man, even when I first had the kid, I had to learn how to be a
because
man.
you were still in that mindset though. Before you had a kid,
I was a young dad. I was a kid having a kid, so I didn't know, and I actually. My kids, in their young age, they suffered from that, but I also did not give up on being their father.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's...
You live both lives, because I'm sure you had to do some things, you had to hustle, right? Even
if
you with your kids, before you
my God.
still got to hustle.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
It's
child of the trenches.
I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't change anything, man. I've worked my whole life, and I owe that to my mom.
Right.
She's no longer with me, man. With my mom, man, she was like, there's two things that I just will not do. And that's wash my ass and work. My mother was strict on that. She was big on that. Like your hygiene and earning $1, that was top priority outside of thanking God, and then washing your ass and getting a job was right after that.
No lie.
I'm dead serious. My mother, and if you was one of those people that did not, she would, you would
tell you straight out.
No, you get beat into submission. There was no rebelling against my mom, man. And I hated that for years, but
Hey, but look at what it made you. It made you a stronger man. It made you able to be a stronger father.
You just said you wouldn't change the thing.
I'm actually singing her praises right now. But I can't lie. Out of every little kid growing up, man, I fucking hated her.
You know?
I really did, and I love her to death, man. I really, I would love to be like one of my cousins. She lost her mother yesterday. I was at a funeral, and she was like, "Oh, she lost her grandmother, and she doesn't get along with her mother." And I said, "Yo," she's like, "I just always argue with my mom." I said, "Do you know what I would give to fucking argue with my mother?"
Right, just
you
for
know what
that
I mean? I said,
5 minutes.
Let that go. Whatever pettiness is going on, let it go.
Right, squash it while you're still alive.
And you're gonna argue sometime.
You never know what comes tomorrow.
But listen, man, I love to hear from any of you guys. I can talk.
Hey, man.
I don't
Just
know
wait
if
a minute.
one of you guys.
Straight
I
up.
run my
Hey,
fucking
I wanted to
mouth.
get into just really quick, like honestly, like I know y'all have taken risks to get to where you're out for your passion and stuff like that. So like, just talk about each of you. Just one risk that like has always stuck in your mind, like it's bigger than the struggle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know.
For me, it's bigger than the struggle. The risk.
For anything, it could be for this barbershop, it could just be for your art, anything.
For the art, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, is definitely it. Because there's times where like I was just beyond uncomfortable for art. You know what I'm saying? I lost everything. Not for it, but like that came with it, and that's what saved me. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, it was the whole journey of art to get myself in position, because nobody's gonna get behind me and be like, do this shit and become a manager. Like, you gotta pay people for that to make it. And you gotta have like a certain group around you. And my guys are supportive, but like I gotta get off my ass and do it. I work a job every day. After work, I'm older, so like I go home, I deal with my shit. I gotta paint, I gotta do that. Like, there's no time in between. So it was like,
It gets
probably,
done, though.
yeah, it's passion
done.
though. You know what I'm saying? It's the passion, and that's the sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? For me, like I'm willing to just basically lose at all costs to get that across, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, like life is tough, man, and you got to do shit like that. You got to make sacrifices if you want to prevail and move forward. If not, you're not going to move forward. Like life is literally, to be a man, it's like how you take your losses. Because you can't, you're going to take losses.
Right. But how do you bounce back?
And you got to I wear them like badges on my chest. People think I'm crazy, but I put it in my music, my art. I just don't give a fuck. Like, that's me, though.
It represents you, though, at the end of the day. That you can't take that away from yourself.
Again, back to the vulnerability thing, right? That's why people trust me. You know what I mean? The ones that I fuck with, I choose who I want around me.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's too many people, and then they want to be around and use me for different things. There's narcissistic people everywhere. I mean, we all fucking narcissistic if you really want to look at it. We all
every
feel
single
a
person,
certain way about everything.
yes,
You know what I'm
it's
saying?
very
Like,
true.
I'm not even hating, but this
Very
super
true.
psychopaths with that shit. You got to be careful. They'll drain your fucking energy. And you know, if you got that shit, they coming after you, especially Frizz. They coming. The Tupac shirt with the Biggie hat. You can't do Tupac with the Biggie. Yo, that's just crazy. But you know what I mean? It's shit like that.
Off me.
Legendary shit. I ain't a legend though. You a legend though. Nah, man, I ain't even around. Nah, I get the splash water. Nah, I'm good though, man. You know what I mean? It's just like you gotta really put in the work though, man. And it's a sacrifice, man. So whatever the fuck that is for whoever, you know what I mean? For me, it was art though. That was the struggle. Going through that, I didn't give a fuck if I had to struggle every night. You know what I mean? Because it's like, that's all I had. Otherwise, I'm just going to be another dude in this world. You got to stand up for something. You going to fall for fucking anything.
Yes.
That's cliche shit. I mean, come on.
Nah,
I mean, there's a lot of truth in all that.
That's
Yeah,
like
but it's
100%
just basic
the
shit.
truth.
Like, you got to look at, people be fucking around with life too much. That's it. You know what I mean?
Playing with it.
Like, you playing with your life. You complaining.
I like to make a remark about what A is saying.
Right,
like
man.
a lot of you guys know, a lot of you guys don't
saying?
know, haven't known him as long as I am. But this dude has not, and I tell him every day, he has not. This is why I do trust him, because you can trust a repetitive person. He's the way he is now. I kid you not, and I'm not. Fuck these cameras, fuck all this. He was the same way at 19. The same like dysfunctions that he has. He hasn't changed a thing. He's actually got more adamant about those dysfunctions.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
But I also was curious about what he was gonna say he was passionate about, because I know different levels.
Well, my son, like you said, but you stole that once. I didn't want to look like this. my son, man. Nah, like shit.
but-
You know, I'm just looking around at the art and focusing on like what we talking about. But like, nah, my son comes before anything. Like, I'll fucking lose an arm, a finger in a second. Like, put it down right now. Like, you know, and even Jay will probably lose a finger. That's how much my son is just impactful like that. Like, you've been around me my whole life, but there was a period you weren't. Like, this kid is on some other shit. Like, Jay is... He's just like, yo, bro, like, the energy he brings, bro, it's like a mini you, but, like, he's even smarter than you and shit. He challenges us the way we think and shit. Yeah. That kid is just something else, so, yeah, it's my son.
And, yeah, just like you were saying, risks. Like, what are risks you took? Just like you said, risks. Like, what are risks you took? Like, me and A, like, we were making good money at the last shop. You know what I mean? We just weren't in a good environment, so we had to step back, and we had to literally... almost sacrifice our clientele, like maybe make no money, you know, maybe be able to have no money for Ant. So we risked a lot to get where we are now. And now it's like, damn, like now this kid like his son sees us, what we're doing when he's only 5 right now. By 10, he's gonna be like, damn, my dad did that, and that just like we were saying with the younger generation, it just keeps going. Just like he said, he was a mentor for him. He's a mentor for me. We have another guy, he's not here right now, Jason, and like I'm gonna be a mentor for him. It goes in a cycle. We all just working together. Just like he said, it's hard to work with other people. He's a kid coming in here, you know what I mean? He's younger. He's the youngest one out of all us. We're older dudes. I'm young too, you know, but these dudes mentored me, and it just goes right.
You know how it
goes
works,
in a
though?
spiral.
We all laid down law with each other.
Yeah.
There ain't no bullshit. Ain't nobody came in here like, oh, you could do this or do that. Like, nah, fuck that. We was tight as fuck, but we respect each other.
Yeah.
But yo, this law, like, you can't disrespect certain shit. Like, it's like the mafia, but we ain't even on that shit. Like,
but now this is where we're at.
It's your own type of mafia. That's the Kingdom Cuts mafia right there. Come on now.
It's the morality, though. You know what I mean? It's love, though, for real. There's no.
But there was a lot of risk taken, just like Adam said. We took a lot of losses. You know what I mean? But it just shows, bro. We just happy for where we are. You know what I'm saying?
Off, man.
This is Eddie of the Barbershop, so you can, if you've ever seen the movie Barbershop, this is the dude who brought the energy in. You know what I'm saying? He's our OG to the shop.
I love
but
that.
it's great. It's great energy. Bro, you already know.
I know exactly
bro,
what
it's
you're
great.
talking about.
It's great. It's that old school, new school shit that's just going crazy.
I'm actually young. If you want to do like who's in
He said you gonna do the math on it.
Right.
who's in better shape, I'm in better shape than both of them. I just
Shit.
can't run.
We
They're
did have
about to get a push-up competition going right now in the barbershop.
Yeah, we did have a.
Yo, Matt,
Want some push-ups?
how many push-ups can
He
you
will
do?
destroy shit. 100 straight.
Yeah.
About to do a push-up contest.
Nah. Frizz already won that. Let's not give it to him.
Yeah, don't.
Just to get back on track, though, I'm gonna bring it around. What were you guys' biggest inspirations growing up? You know, who did you guys look up to get you where you are today? Musically, businessly, anything in life. Who was your like inspiration?
For me, it was Tupac and like Nas and it was music for me, really. Music is what set like the whole thing. Cause without the music, it was like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Like I was doing hip hop, and from hip hop, it was like girls and then art and like graffiti and like fucking breakdancing and fucking
Culture.
rapping and it was just culture. So it was like Tupac and all them because back then we didn't have social media.
Right.
So you go on MTV and then you see like Kurt Cobain, Nirvana, like Tupac, boom. Like, so it's like this crazy new culture taking over the world. Then I'm learning the history about his family. He comes from Black Panthers and the heritage is deep and shit.
Right.
And he's using a new culture and like, it was just crazy. And then like,
The messages
I felt like the messages were so deep and like, you know, in the mainstream, a lot of people were taking it for all this gangster shit, but it was like, it was more to him than that. You know what I mean? It's a
Right.
lot.
No,
So
definitely.
like, I was like inspired by just even like the Dear Mama song we was talking about the other day. Like that shit was crazy. Even to this day, it's one of the fucking, everybody has to like that song. You got to put that in your top 5. Like you even if you don't like fucking rap, because everybody had a mom that you went through some shit. You know what I mean? That dude was touching people's hearts, bro.
When they hit you with, damn mama.
Yeah, man, shit like that. So a lot of that shit, and then sports and shit like basketball. We was talking about that today, like Jordan and like you know the Bulls and like the '90s in general. I think just the '90s,
Just the
I grew up in the
golden
90s,
era
the
of
golden era
everything.
life,
More
and everything.
basketball.
yeah, like everything was
Talking-
popping, and like back then it was like it was authentic, it was real. It was like the first go round for everything, cause like media started to kind of pop, but it wasn't on the social.
It's not where it is now.
Yeah, we just had billboards and like, you know, Pepsi fucking billboards that were blinking with Michael Jackson dancing in it. It was crazy. It was like, yo, we're actually getting digital. It was getting digital, you know what I mean? It was real digital, you know what I mean? But it was still raw, and it was just a different time. So like for me, it was just like, there was a bunch of people, but it was like 90s type shit, you know what I mean? But
what about you, Jay? I know we're kind of closer in age, so we probably got.
Honestly, my pops, like my dad was like he was always a big businessman, real estate and stuff like that. So like, I kind of saw like, and he even like he backtracked at one point in life. You know what I mean? Like he kind of had to step back and kind of sacrifice some things in life, and then seeing him backtrack, go forward, backtrack, you know, and finally be where he's at now with his business kind of gave me the inspiration for me as being young. You know, he had his first business at 19. So I was like, damn, 19, like, I already passed that, you know, 23, 24, like, all right, let's do it. And then same with Adam. Adam said the same thing. Like, yo, I had a shop back in the day when I was, like, 23, bro. And, you know, do it when you're young and chase it, like, chase your dreams in anything you do. But definitely, like, people around me, like, who are doing the same thing, like barbering and like business, everything. It just kind of clicked, like, you know. And then when I went to go do it, it just worked. I had a lot of support on the business side of things. When I was like, oh shit, like what am I doing here? I'm like, fuck. And then it's like, nah, you got that. Like you gotta do it like this. You know what I'm saying? He's like, Adam's like, don't worry about that shit, bro. You got that. You know what I mean? So it was just kind of like really just my pops and just like absorbing what people had around me.
Hell yeah, that positive reinforcement definitely helped.
Doing the same thing, like having, just like Adam said, goals, dreams, you know what I mean? Like, damn.
Chasing something.
Really chasing. But also the people that showed that, like, damn, something could come out of this. You know what I mean? Like, they showed it. Like, I'm not just talking it. I'll show you this is what came out of it. I'm like, damn, all right. Now let's do it.
Real smart dude, too.
Let's put it into perspective.
Your pops is a real smart dude, too.
Yeah.
You know that. And he knows how to make money, good business, good person. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
It's like that,
he knows how to do business right. So like when you do business right, you're always gonna succeed. And like taught me how to do business right. You know what I mean? Just like I said, platform for everybody. You know, he's like, you got to make sure everybody on that platform is doing good, succeeding.
Spread love, spread
feeling good about where they at, or else you're not going to get anywhere with anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Before it gets lost in the translation, though, just want to shout out to all the fathers and all the mothers.
Yeah.
And the thing I've said before, it ain't got to be Mother's Day to say I love you to your mother.
Yes.
I'll tell you that
Says
now.
a lot now.
I think we need more of that. You got to show that woman in your life some more love.
Yeah.
Because she and he, they both do a lot that you probably don't see. So when you get a chance,
both of my parents are business owners. Actually, I shouldn't leave my mom out of that. She'll kill me. You know what I mean? But they both are entrepreneurs who really started in their own way.
Hell yeah.
You know, started from scratch and really made something out of it. So yeah, they definitely both parents. You know,
right? Shout out.
Listen to your parents and take their support all the way, for real.
What about you, Frizz? You know, you being the older one, not gonna try to put you on the spot, but anyone you were looking up to when you were a youngling, running around?
No. Yeah.
Get the encyclopedia out.
No, like I'm built up of layers, man. You know what I mean? Because at certain points in my life, I looked up to certain things. Certain things inspired me.
Different times, different
It inspired me to be better. One thing I can say is that without barbering, I'm about to get a little emotional.
Wow.
Without barbering, man. Without barbering, I probably wouldn't be here, bro.
Right.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I cut hair for over 35 years, man.
It's older than me and my brother put
crazy.
together.
When I first
That's a long time.
when I first seen it, I was done. My boys I'm talking about at 11, I used to look inside the barbershops. And the number one fact was I just wanted to feel how it was to get a real haircut. Because, see, I grew up kind of, poor. So my mother used to cut my hair herself.
Right.
Never a lineup. It was just... just boom, boom, boom. Everything's off, and I was bald.
It would hurt.
So when I seen how, and I'm seeing other kids getting real haircuts, and I don't know, I was just amazed. No, I was amazed, and
shit saved everything.
Yo, that shit saved my life, bro.
Saved it.
I've been
Hell
through
yeah.
some shit, my man.
Yeah.
I really have,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
Yeah, man. But barbering, in the fact that God has blessed me with a talent, because nobody taught me how to cut hair, man.
Right.
I don't know why, I just knew. I went to a barber school and I just knew. I was teaching the fucking instructor how to cut.
Well, that's how much you were in love with it.
You understand? So it was.
Yeah.
It had to be a gift from God.
Right.
Because
Natural
I didn't.
talent.
Yeah, man. Like I didn't even fucking know shit, and I just. It
Grab
was
some
like
scissors,
he put me
grab
around
this,
people
put it to it.
that you know what I mean. Said, "Yo, chase that, chase that, chase that, chase that," and I've always had a home, whatever barbershop. Cause see, cutting hair is home to me.
Right. No lies about
I've
that.
been blessed to actually be able to make a living at something that I probably would do free.
Right.
That's how much I love it. I do that shit for free, my nigga.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying to you? So boom, God has blessed me to be able to feed myself and my family by doing this, man.
Yeah. That shit's real.
I love that.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a real
Yeah.
Like,
passion.
boom,
Yeah.
man. Yo,
That's
man,
a
do you
real
know how honored it is for me to have my fucking phone ring, man? Because, boom, man, somebody goes out every day and work hard for their money, and when it's time for them to fucking take care of themselves, they call me
Right.
to fucking cut their hair, man, and to give me their
lying,
money.
yo. He ain't
To
lying.
give me their fucking money
Yeah.
to make them feel better and
Yeah,
look
'cause
better,
Things are
man.
going well with their
That's an
wife after
honor,
that.
nigga.
Hell yeah.
I work
Yeah.
hard for my money.
Yeah.
So if I give it to somebody, man, I respect every nigga's dollar. I don't give a fuck where it came from.
Right.
I respect it. You know, our young barber, man, I tell him all the time, man, don't make the mistakes I made, because I made mistakes. I didn't save the money. I was a young kid making a lot of money. Money comes through your hands every day. It's like barbers we're like fucking 2 minutes away from being drug dealers, man.
Right.
Because we get money all day, every day, cash money. And what you need when you sell drugs? Customers. Boom.
Yeah, you got both of them.
It's the same transaction, bro.
Yeah.
Same transaction. I got what you need. Come get it. Boom. Give me the cash. So you making cash money every day. So basically, not getting off track. What I'm trying to say to you, man, is that I've been through a lot of shit. If I said everything that made me passionate, man, we'd be here till tomorrow. So what I'm trying to say to you, man, is that the only thing that I've kept a steady passion about, like some passions, they come and they go.
No, definitely.
Boom. But my steady passion has been what I do for a living, man. And I love it. I love it, man. I
Also,
swear to
that
God,
interacting with
bro.
people every
As
day.
you should.
Having
I love
someone
it.
come in your
I
chair
love
and
it.
sit
part
down
of
with
it.
them.
The whole
I
process.
glorify bobbing, man, to anybody that will listen because it saved my life, man. I'm here because of it.
Hell
No
yeah.
lies.
I'm breathing because of it.
I love that,
My
bro.
man, I had a stroke, man. I'm blessed, man. Look at me, man.
Yeah.
I had a stroke, man.
You can stand.
And I'm still here.
Right.
Feeling
Still
good.
doing what I
Cut,
love.
work.
Still able to provide for my
You can do
family,
it all
man.
now. You know
Come
what I'm
on,
saying?
bro.
My man
This
been
is some
through
real
hell.
shit here, man.
Through the
That's why I
mud.
said
Yeah.
my passion is what I do for a living, my craft, what I do for my life. This is what I do, man.
Yeah. No,
If
that's
I
what you
became
do
a
to
millionaire
provide a life
tomorrow
for you
and
your
didn't have to
family.
work another day in my life, I'd still cut,
work.
man.
I love
Hell
that. That's
yeah.
a real
I know
passion.
you.
That's when
I'd
you know.
still cut, man. I'm not in this shit for
It's
no
like
money.
hoopers,
yeah.
bro. They go in the NBA and play for years, but after when they get
The
out,
money
they're
is a
still playing.
luxury.
Yeah.
The money is a luxury, man.
it is,
I'm
it is.
telling you, man.
It is
I
a
just
luxury.
love what
That's
I'm
a good
doing,
word
man.
for it,
And that's
too.
hey,
Right.
I'll
man,
say
I
it
love
again.
it.
Like here,
love
like
it,
this
bro.
is what our collective, all about
Yeah.
is pursuing that passion. No matter what, there's gonna be stuff in the way of obstacles. There's gonna be the
Bro.
fear of failure, all that shit.
Right.
But like it's going through, it's completing that passion, doing things that you want to do. And like you said, this is what you're doing with your life now. Like you're getting paid dollars, like real money for that
Yo.
fun shit that you love doing. That you walked in at 11 years old. You're like, damn, they getting cuts like that. Like that's
Real
cool.
money.
That's
Yeah.
full circle right there. So.
Yeah.
What's
Hey.
crazy is these young dudes love it just as much. And know why? They don't even gotta tell me that. Because it shows in your actions.
Yeah.
Know why? Because when I was his age, I was acting, but I wasn't. My hat's off to you, young brother. My hat's off to you, man. I swear to God, I am so amazed by this young man. Because he had a business at 24 and he understands that he has to fucking make a way for himself. Make a way. You don't have to accept nobody's bullshit, nigga.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And he had the balls to step up, man. And I didn't have those when I was 24.
Right.
But I went through everything, man. I see the love. I feel the energy. This dude has been cutting a long time. I met him when he was 19. He hasn't stopped cutting. And what's crazy is we had a split up between each other, but as soon as we seen each other, it was like yesterday was the last day I seen him.
Yeah, it's my brother.
So when you have that kind of connection, man, it's like, you know, I'm fucking bugging because I'm on a mission. Let me just hit y'all with a real quick story. I'm on a mission to try to open up a shop.
Yeah.
And this dude called me, man. I'm mad because, you know, I was on a mission and somebody sidetracked me, had me believe in something else. That's a whole nother story. So I'm thinking I'm getting ready to do something. And, you know, they just bust my bubble. And it was like, you know, I felt like deflated. You know, I felt like I had failed. You know, in that maybe the next 48 hours, I got a call from this man. And he said, yo, man, what's up, man? We got a spot for you, man.
Yeah. That's
and what's crazy is how long did it take me to get here? 11 minutes.
Yeah, I was
in 11 minutes. Boom, 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 boom.
I said, Adam, shit, that was quick.
And soon as I seen the atmosphere, I said, hey, I'm in here. I'm in here because
the universe was looking out for you.
Man, listen,
it was
bro.
weird though, because I told him just like the stories. Same shit. You had the stories with you guys in the past, and
If
I was
couldn't cut,
let's
man,
bring it back,
that
bro.
was
Let's
like-
bring that dude.
Like old
Call that
times.
dude. Call that dude. It's meant to be. Get him the fuck
I
over
see
here,
what we call him
bro.
right now. I went up to the called. He sparked it, but then it's like the Kingdom Cuts was coming through, like the heavenly aura was shooting.
It's like,
Yes, sir.
and then
hours later,
when I realized I was home was when I got cussed out the first day.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I'm home. Because see, I talk shit. You know what I'm saying? So if somebody can take me talking shit and they can come back from that, we good.
That's
You
what
know what I'm saying? I don't like,
That's
you
what
know,
real.
I've been in a couple of shops where, you know, I talk a little shit, and, you know, somebody go, you know, I don't like it, man. You said my head's big. You know what I mean? Your head is fucking big. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, you know what I'm saying? So I can't work around these tender-ass motherfuckers.
what we
These
do.
dudes was like,
Solid, yeah.
you know, they was on 12 before we, you know, even, so that was me. I said, yeah, I'm here. And I trust A's judgment.
Word, I appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying? So when he invited me to it, I came in with guards down. Some places you go in with your guard up.
Oh yeah.
He
But
didn't have
since
to do
I was
that with
invited by
me. You
him,
never have to do
I
that.
came in here with my guard down.
Hell yeah.
And it was the right thing to do. I didn't have to come in here. You know, some places, man, you gotta assert yourself when you're the new guy. You know, like you're trying to tell, you know what I'm saying? You gotta, when you're the new guy in a new place, you gotta assert yourself. Let's
That's
not
how
be.
well I read it, though.
But I
said
never
that
had
you
to.
couldn't fit in.
You didn't have to do that here.
Yeah,
Exactly.
It was like I've been here, man.
Been here.
So that's it, man. Like
the whole time.
I can't thank these
fit.
guys enough. I can't thank God enough, man, because I know it was all spiritual.
Yeah, it was.
A's
It was.
been spiritual ever since he's been young. He just been real like radical with it. You know what I'm saying? He's been radical. He's been radical with it, but he's been spiritual. He's been spiritual his whole life, but he's been radical. Cause sometimes, man, you know that crazy and that genius borderline.
I feel like
That's where he's at.
right.
I start losing.
So he's smart, but then he'll let.
Get my own shit in the
Yeah,
way.
he gets in his own way. He just said it.
Need someone to set you straight.
Level-headed.
Jay's learning new things about him. I said, Jay, one thing I can tell you about the kid, I said, yo, man, this is it. This is the worst it's gonna get. He's fucked up, and that's where he's fucked up at. But you have to make a list and say, can I live with this? I love this guy, but can I live with these dysfunctions?
Right.
Same thing with picking a wife, because no wife
lies
is
about
perfect.
that.
You
It's
gotta
really
find out
nothing
her
big, though.
faults and find out if you can live
You
with her.
heard? It's really nothing
gotta
big.
know.
It's more like
There's a list.
leaving paint
So
all
that's
over the
why
barbershop.
we here.
Something
That's
like
why we
that.
here,
Yeah.
because you can deal with this shit.
Deal with the list.
Like, I'm
on,
like,
man.
hey, come on, man. Like, just do the painting over there. Like, don't get it everywhere, bro. Like, there's enough paint everywhere.
That's a fact.
Speaking about paintings, though, I think looking around and seeing, can you pass me that one right there? So if y'all don't know, my boy A, if you haven't got it by now, he's eccentric with the paintings right now.
Eccentric. I like that word, Nate.
So Jay, I'm sorry I took this one from you.
Yeah, we're gonna go hanging in the Lightsoutco studio
good.
It's all right.
over at Matt's
come on,
house.
man.
Get a look. Just on the other side, can get a look.
Thank you.
Gonna be hung up in our studios back home.
Hell yeah.
But, you know,
Graffiti.
this ain't going to be the last. We're definitely going to be back.
Yeah, we'll be
I
back
think
here.
I know Fizz over there, he getting into his bag right
Yeah,
now.
nah. I'm just, I want everybody to know that that's a good painting. But that don't give my nigga justice, man. This motherfucker's an animal, man. This motherfucker's an animal, man. And he don't draw behind pictures, man. All this shit is off the top of the dome.
Post Malone
You know what I mean?
on that
This
one.
is hand shit. They glow in the dark. You know, and it's anything. You know what I'm saying? He can draw whatever. He can draw you right now.
He's got like 200 more to the side, but we're just gonna show you these two.
Yeah, man. So
you can see the wall
I
behind
just
us.
want y'all to know, man, some real talent over here, all across the board. You know what I'm saying? We cut hair. You know what I'm saying? We do art. We talk shit.
And
we
we
make
therapists.
money. We build empires, man. You ain't heard.
That's what it's about, building an
You
empire.
ain't heard the last of none of these dudes sitting at this table.
Yeah.
I might be the oldest, but I'm going out swinging, man.
Hey.
Fuck what you heard.
No matter how old he is or how old they are, they're gonna need someone like you in their life to guide them when they have.
I tell them how old they are all the time.
Everyone needs an OG in their
Ain't even
life.
really nothing to tell them, man. Stay the fuck right here. Stay getting money, elevate, and just get money, man. Anything
yeah.
that you scared of doing, that means you supposed to be doing it.
Hell yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm
And-
saying?
Gotta do it.
Listen, man. Anything that is worth it, it's gonna take a whole bunch of shit to get through it. It's gonna be scary. You know, take risks, man. Don't believe
Take
in
the
yourself.
risks. Chase
you
your
know, I
dreams.
lost a lot of opportunities in my life not believing that it wasn't nobody around me.
yeah.
Nobody around, everybody around me believed in me but me.
Right.
You
Had to get
have
that
to
self-belief.
believe
That's
in
that-
your
hey,
fucking self,
that's that
man.
lights out
And
lifestyle right there.
Listen,
Lights out,
anything
you already know.
uncomfortable, man, you get right in that motherfucker. Get right in there.
You gotta be uncomfortable to get
Comfortability,
comfortable.
man,
Gotta
is-
suffer.
It builds
You
character.
gotta suffer to live,
and,
dog.
You know, I haven't met
saying?
I haven't met not one person on the face of this earth that hasn't made a mistake, a bad choice, dealt with adversity, or dealt with anything. You have to make mistakes to be successful. You don't be scared to succeed. See, what we do, we hate to fail and we scared to succeed. We have to fucking cross that up. Cross that up and change that shit around. You know what I'm saying?
We need
to be
people like
flip-flop,
you. That's why
for
we
sure.
need people like you. Teaching people like him. We
Yeah,
teach
that's
people
why
like me and
it's a
Jay,
cycle.
so we
It's a
can
cycle,
spread
man.
our message.
It's a cycle.
We get you on the Lights Out podcast to spit some truth and knowledge for the people out there watching.
Generational
Yeah,
wealth too.
That's what we need.
Literally generational wealth,
I think.
Hey,
and without a dollar form in it.
facts.
You know what I mean?
Hey, appreciate y'all for being on
I know,
this, man.
yeah.
This
Yeah.
has been a good, episode for sure. Hell yeah, no,
Say
we'll be
some
back.
shit.
You know
I
we'll
ain't
be
even-
back
we
here.
want-
Hey, yo, this is inspirational,
We'll make this- we'll
man.
make this
Don't make us-
reoccurring.
Don't make us start our own podcast.
No.
This
We
shit
can't
is
have that.
no.
We'll be back. We'll be back.
I would never cut anybody else down. Please don't quote that.
Nah, you good. All
Listen,
love,
man.
all love.
Yeah, listen,
Hey,
man. I'm thankful, man.
You know,
Thank you, man.
right-
I wasn't even gonna
yeah.
come.
Hey, glad we got
I
you
really
here because
wasn't,
you know
man.
we had to get some other people to spit some knowledge.
Yeah, I'm glad we
Gotta
got
get
this
big
going,
Frizzo.
but we'll
Hell
definitely
yeah.
be back.
But like I said, we're gonna be back.
Hell yeah,
There's
Nate.
no way that we're gonna do one and done. We'll be back.
Hell
We
yeah,
got the
Nate.
table. We got the
Come back.
mics.
Hey, yo, come back, man. I
We'll
would
bring
love-
some more
I would-
drink for you too.
Yeah,
I gotta bring some more drink.
I would love to talk some shit over, you know, when the sports season starts.
Hey,
NFL.
let's do something.
Oh,
You
we
wanna
be
do
getting
some
football,
NFL,
basketball type shit.
NFL.
Let's do it.
Cause see, I got a
Don't give them too
feeling.
much.
I got a feeling that if we do pick, I'm gonna be the best picker.
Okay. So you're the prediction master over there. Okay.
I just feel
All
it.
right.
I just feel it.
Hey, see
Nobody
that
knows
future?
football but
We'll
me.
see.
Bookmark it now.
have to
Bookmark
know
it
how
now.
it is.
Lights Out. Kingdom Cut's gonna come at you again.
A little sports content
Right
too,
now.
maybe.
Be on the
Hell yeah.
lookout for it.
But Nate, let's sign us out real quick. Tell the fans.
Hey, like, subscribe, comment. Appreciate you. Everyone here appreciates you.
Come check us out.
Come
Yeah,
check us
Kingdom
out.
Cuts
Kingdom
Barbershop.
Cuts.
Leave it on the screen, but come get your
Auburn
cut.
Mass. They'll
Hey,
get you
and
right.
come
Get
say,
you tight.
Get your art, get your canvas.
Get some
yes,
art.
sir. Say Lights Out send you. Lights Out send you.
And shout out to everyone and have a great night.
Later, y'all.
Thank you guys.
God bless.